Welcome to Family Product Reviews. If you are new here, support us by subscribing. Today we will be reviewing the Quest Nutrition Tortilla Style Protein Chips Nacho Cheese Low Carb Gluten Free Baked 8 Count. As a woman with PCOS, it's important for me to reduce my carb intake and raise my protein intake, which means doing without regular chips for the most part. These protein chips by nature are a bit crumbly, so be aware that they can create more mess than conventional chips such as the D brand. You don't even notice an aftertaste until you're getting ready to eat your very last trip, and even then it's faint. A little pricey for chips that are so easy to inhale, but a good emergency snack to have around if you really like me and need some extra protein to fuel a weightlifting routine, but gag at the mere thought of a protein shake. My sister introduced me to these and they are great. Taste is wonderful and it truly satisfies the desire for chips. This is right up there in flavor and taste without the heavy salty feeling and sugar craving that comes with it. They are light and crispy, not quite like a Dorito, but the taste is great and it is a wonderful low carb alternative. If you're rewatching your calories or counting macros and miss that satisfying potato chip crunch, this is a great substitute. Although these don't taste exactly like nacho chips, they taste pretty close and satisfy my craving for something salty and crunchy. If you're into low carb foods and struggle to find salty snacks that are like real junk food, this may be your last stop. Do not buy them expecting them to be Doritos, however. If you are looking for a good crunch and flavor, this is an excellent replacement. This flavor and the sour cream onion are my favorites, although many people seem to dislike the sour cream onion ones. The chips don't have as much texture as normal Doritos, but the flavor is almost as good, and for someone on keto they can be a nice treat. For a meat and potatoes kinda guy like myself, it's a true lifesaver to have a Doritos-like chip that's acceptable to eat. In terms of dipping, it is a protein chip, so it does tend to disintegrate low. For best results, put your dip on the chip as opposed to trying to dip the chips low. Very lightweight with a fresh crunch, so they don't hold up well with thicker dips, but they do pretty good with guacamole. My wife, who is much more of a salty savory person, agrees that these are better than Doritos, and she is not keto. These are a bit pricey but are really worth it if you are missing the crunch of potato chips, Doritos, etc. As a chip addict who falls short on protein intake, what could be better? The cheesy flavor is wonderful and they are certainly cheesy enough. They are very thin with some air bubbles in places, and don't even think about dipping them in any type of dip. A bit of a different texture at the back end of the chew, but not too weird to detract from enjoying them. These chips are amazing. Instead of feeling guilty about eating regular junk food chips, you can grab these instead and get a good amount of protein as well. They are a little lighter than the real thing rather than a thick crunch. Plenty of nacho cheese too, and it doesn't taste funky or fake. Good crunch and a nice break from IP Dorados, which are really overpowering on the flavor and don't work with salsa. To me they taste more like a Cheez-It and have a little more of a cracker-like texture, but they are so good. These chips are fantastic, especially if you are keto low in carbs. Great flavor, aren't super sturdy for dips, but great for grabbing on the go or to satisfy that snacking urge. Had one bag and added these to my subscription orders. A little hint of chalkiness, not exactly like Doritos, but these chips really are so good and give you the crunch that is missing from a lot of metro foods. Love the new flavor, however, as always Quest chips bag is less than half full, but it's to be expected. These are very light and crunchy, and the bright orange cheesy powder is spot on for a certain brand of cheese flavored corn chips. Not as much of a fan of their nacho flavor. It's not bad, but doesn't compare to other nacho flavors. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to subscribe and leave your comments below.